Okay, guys, very good morning to all. So today we are going to learn about C++ in polymerism. The object-oriented programming, we have four pillars: polymerism, encapsulation, inheritance, and object and class. Already we learned about class, objects, then encapsulation, inheritance, everything. Today we are going to learn about polymerism. So polymerism is nothing but uh, in the term is polymerism is the combination of two Greek words. Combination of two Greek Greek words. There is a two name. One is poly plus morphism, right? Poly and morphism. There are two names. The name. All of you able to hear me, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Polymerism, poly plus morphism. There are two words. Poly means many. Poly means many. The poly is a Greek word. Poly means many. Morphism means it's a form. Its meaning is form. So many form. Meaning polymerism means meaning is many form. Poly means many. Morphism means form. So the meaning is many form. I hope you all understand, right? So polymorphism means many form. The object-oriented programming, we can use three main concepts: inheritance, encapsulation, polymerism. There are three main concepts. So the very important concept is polymerism. So polymerism, the definition of polymerism, the word polymerism means having a many form. So polymerism means having a many form. Understand? The simple term, we can define polymerism as the ability of message to be displayed in more than one form. One form. The word we can define polymerism as a ability of message to be displayed in the more than one form. Otherwise, you can understand, you can remember the meaning of polymerism. So more than one function, you take it as a, so you can take it as a more than, okay, so you can remember more than one function with same name. More than one function with the same name with different working. With the same name with different working. One name but different working. I'll give you the example. What is one name is different working? So real-time example of polymerism. The real-time example of polymerism is a person at the same time can have different characters, right? So let's take it example. I'm a man, right? You can take it example is me. So I'm a man. I'm human, right? The same one name. My name is man, or one name, or you can take it as a Vivek. That's I have one, but I have different work. So when I am currently I'm a lecturer. I'm doing a work as a lecturer. Understand? I'm working as a lecturer. If you go to my children, I'm working as a father. If I'm going to my wife, I'm going to I'm working as a husband. If I'm going to kitchen, I'm working as a cooking. Right. So if I go to any shopping mall, I'm a customer. If I'm going to college, I'm as an employee. Right? If I drive a car, I am a driver. So, but my name is Vivek, but I'm working a different work. I hope you all understand now.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So my name is Vivek, but I'm working at different works. So that is we called as a polymerism. Now I hope you all understand. So that is we called as a polymerism. So that's many form. So many form are you can make it more than one function. One function is a Vivek, but same name. Vivek is the same name, with working with different working. I'm as a different working. So you now everyone call me as my work now. I'm job is teaching. So I'm a lecturer. If I'm going to outside, I go to shopping mall, I'm a customer. If I go to college, I'm an employee. If I drive the car, if I drive the car, I'm a driver. So I have different work. So that is called as a polymerism. So the same person posts different behavior in the different situation. This is called polymerism. Polymerism is considered one of the important feature of object-oriented programming. So if you want, I'll give you some more example. So some more example, the person another person, you have different characters like a man, if you take it as a lady, if a man, if you take it as a lady, behave like a teachers in the classroom, a lecturer in the classroom, mother or daughter in the home, customer in the market, right? But single person behavior is different according to the situations. That is we call this a polymerism. So polymerism, there are two type of polymerism. There are two type of polymerism is mainly divided into two types. What are the first one is polymerism. There are two types. One is called compile time polymerism. Another one called as a runtime polymerism. The compile time polymerism we call it as a static uh, static compile time polymerism. This one we call as a dynamic runtime polymerism. This one is called static. Another one is called dynamic runtime polymerism. So compile time polymerism, like a static time polymerism, function overloading, operator overloading. There are two types. Compile time, there are function overloading, operator overloading. Runtime polymerism, there is a virtual function. So these are the types. So polymerism means ability to take more than one form. Ability to take more than one form. There are two types. One is compile time polymerism, runtime polymerism. Compile time polymerism, we have function overloading, operator overloading. Runtime polymerism, we can talk about virtual functions, then function overriding. Understand? So first one is compile time polymerism. So compile time polymerism. So compile time polymerism is a function is called at the time the program compilation. So compile time polymerism, the memory will allocate only the compile time. When you run the program, the memory will allocate only in the compile time. So the function is called at the time of program's compilation. We call this type of polymerism as a yearly binding or static binding. So this type of compile time polymerism we call it as a yearly binding or static binding polymerism. It's yearly or static binding. Function overloading is operator overloading. Overloading is the type of compiling compile time polymerism. See, the function overriding means one of the function can perform the many tasks. Function overloading means one function can perform many tasks. In the case, the single function is used to perform a many tasks with the same name and different type of arguments or different type of parameters. In the function overloading, function will call at the time the program compilation. It's example of compile time polymerism. See here the example, we can use a add have one function. For example, they have some arguments, integer A comma B. You can mind like that. This is one function. So you can overloading, function overloading, same name you can give for another function name also. But we have different parameters. So normally this one we call it as a used to perform two tasks. One function name perform a two tasks with different arguments. Okay, the two as would you look add integer value or two string value, concatenate. Concatenate means two arguments we can give a either integer or strings. You can give multiple data types. Either you can give as integer or you can give as a string or anything you can give, but same name but different arguments. Readability is the program increasing function overloading that achieved by using the same name, same action. See, I'll show you the example. So this is the function overloading example program. See here there is a function name is called add. So add, so integer x, integer y, there are two parameters like or arguments. It function with two parameters, integer x and y. So here written x and y, there is a function perform additional two integer values. See, another function name is add, same name but different same name with here without parameters, or if you want give any parameters also you can give. With here is no parameters, so if you want any parameters also can give, but same function name different arguments. That is the example. Same function name 1, function name 2, but here integer, here string. There are two parameters. Understand? Two parameters. This is we call as a function overloading. This is the example here. So another one is called operator overloading. So okay, later I will show you all the example programs, guys. Once we're done, then we will show you how to run the program. So operator overloading, next one is called operator overloading. So operator overloading is a different additional task to operators without changing its actual meaning. We do this by using operator function. We do this by using operator functions. The purpose of operator overloading is to provide a special meaning to the user defined data types. Special meaning to user defined data types. The advantage of operator overloading is to perform a different operations on the same operand. So define mean to it. Example. So actually the operator overloading. So how overload the operations? So operator overloading you can use for how the operator how to overload the operators. The operator functions defined inside the only we can definition only can use for inside the class. So operator overloading can define only the inside the class, not outside the class. See inside the class. See, I will show you the rules of operator overloading. So when you do for operator overloading, the rules of operator overloading. only exiting member can be overloaded. Only exiting function can be overloaded. We cannot create our own operator to overload. Only exit. We cannot create as our own operator to overload. The overload operation must have at least one operand. One operand of user different types. Only at least we need one operand. So it follows syntax rules of original operator. This means we cannot change the basic meaning of operations. So we cannot change the operator. If you're going to do operation plus means we cannot change as a value. So meaning we will be at a plus. Same operand cannot be overloaded. Same operand, for example, if we here give the plus, we cannot same symbol we cannot use as a another thing. The member class operators, see, so member class operators, like we cannot give the member class operator is dot, then parameter member access operator dot plus, then scope resolution operators. These all operators we cannot we cannot overload. Scope resolution operator means 4 dots. Then size operator, size of, in the ternary operators, question marks. These all operators we cannot overload. Size of, scope resolution operator, ternary operator, dot, and so parameter access operation is dot plus. These all function we cannot operate overload. See here, the valid in the functions inside the class they have the operator overload. Here they have, we declared here. See, a plus means welcome. The operator overloaded here is welcome back. That too. So next one is called runtime polymerism. So already compile time polymerism, there are two types. One is called function overloading, another one is called operator overloading. So runtime polymerism, runtime polymerism function are called at the time of program execution. Hence, it is known as a late binding or dynamic binding. Late binding, dynamic binding. Compile time polymerism we call this a early binding, static binding. But runtime polymerism we call this a late binding, dynamic binding. Understand? The function overriding is a part of runtime polymerism. The function overriding, but overloading is a compile time polymerism. But here we are using overriding. There is a difference between function overloading and overriding. Understand? Overloading and overriding. It's a part of runtime polymerism. The runtime if polymerism is overriding, more than one method has the same name with different type of parameter list. It is achieved by using virtual function and pointers. It is provides slow execution. It's known as the runtime. It's more flexible or as all things execution at the runtime. Function overriding. The function is overriding. We can give the new definition to the base class function. It is derived class. Actually, the function overriding. Same, if you go for function overloading, it's the same class, same name, but different parameters. Understand? Already we learned same name but different parameters. Add is the function name, but we can give the integer and string different parameters. But overloading, same name with the same parameters. Same name with same parameters. So normally overriding we can declare only the inside the inheritance. Last week we discussed, right? We learned, right? So overriding we can give only the inside the inheritance. Inheritance to be the if you use the overriding, you cannot done in the class. For recur to the class, and we cannot give in this one class. So if you want to go for overriding, we can give. We need two classes. Two classes means one is base class, another one is called derived class. Base class and derived class. So we have to give for function overriding. We can give only the, we can assign only inside the inheritance, like base class and derived class. So at the time we can say the base function has been overridden. So it can be only possible in the derived class. The function overriding, we can we have two definition of the same function. It's superclass, and another one is called derivative class. Already you know superclass, subclass. Superclass will be the base class, base class. Then subclass will be the derivative class. The discussion about the functions definition record. Calling happen runtimes. The reason we call the runtime polymorphisms. So overriding. So overriding. So here already we have class. This is called base class. Animal is the base class. So here we declare. Then so another man is public. This is we call a derived class. This is base class. This is we call derived class. See, animal, the void function is eating. Void is eating walking. See here we can use for animal. There's a is just overriding here. So virtual function is declared by keywords virtual. So another one is called derived runtime polymorphism. We have virtual functions. Virtual function is declared by a keyword virtual. The return type of virtual functions may be integer, float, and void. Virtual function is the member function. It is the base class. So we can redefine is the derivative class. It's a part of the runtime polymorphism. The declaration of virtual function must be in the base class by using the keyword virtual. The virtual function is not static. The virtual function helps to tell the compiler perform dynamic binding and late binding on the function. So if it is necessary to use single pointer to refer to all the different class the objects. The virtual functions, this is because we will have to create a pointer to the base class that is referred to all the derived objects. But when the base class pointer contains the derived class address, the object always executed to base class functions. The resolving this function, we use the virtual function. So when we declare the virtual function, is the compiler determines which is function is invoked at runtime. Let's see below the example how the virtual function is working here. See, this is over written functions. I display here. So overwritten functions. This is base class. This is we call this add is the base class. Subtraction is the derived class from the add. So here we declaring. So this is without virtual function program. Addition is here. See difference between compile time and runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism already we know. Compile time is called static and yearly binding. Runtime polymorphism is dynamic runtime. it's called late binding runtime. Okay, early is late. Compile time is early. This one is late. This one is called static. Another one is called dynamic. The function to be invoked is it known at the compile time. Function to be invoked is known as a runtime. It is also known as overriding, early binding, and static binding. It is known as a this is overloading. That one is called overriding, dynamic binding, and late binding. Overriding is the compile time polymorphism, where more than one method is having a same name but with a different number of parameters or the type of parameters. So overriding is a runtime polymorphism when more than one method is having a same name number or of the number of parameters, that is type of the parameters. It is achieved by function overloading and operator overloading. It is achieved by virtual function and pointer. So runtime you can achieve by only the pointer and virtual functions. So here operation function overloading, operator overloading. So it is provide fast execution as it is known as a compile time. So it is provided slow execution as known as at the runtime. So it's less than flexible, mainly all things execution at the compile time. So it is more flexible as all the things execution at the runtime. So normally the compile time polymorphism, the memory allocation will be in when we compile time, but runtime memory allocation in the runtime. That is the core difference. I hope you'll understand. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall we do the programs? I'll show you only few programs, then I'll send you. All of you able to see my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, if I given the assignments or not for this program, I haven't given the assignments, right?
Yeah, already.
I given the assignment?
Yes.
Okay. When? What topic I given to all?
Um. Uh, I don't remember, but the assignment is about to run a program.
Yeah, I think that is all home daily exercise. I haven't given the objective-oriented assignments. Okay, I'll give you today assignments, right? That is all your class exercise.
Okay, sir.
Today I'll give you the assignments. Okay? Don't today, I'll give simple one. See, this is function is overloading function. See, username, the class name is Greeks. Okay, function, here this is void function name. There is only one parameter here. Understood? Function name, same function, but different parameters. You can call it a parameter or okay. See, next same function they will here they given the another parameter, different type of parameter. Here integer, here double. So here function in two parameters, integer x, integer y, so another parameters. So if you run the program, you can run. Say given the values here, same one function, different parameters, we also overloading. Jeez. See guys, same function name is same, func function name, and we given the different parameter integer, double, the two values are here, x and y value. Understand? So I'll send you to WhatsApp. You can do it. Overloading program. This is function operator overloading. See, class complex is a username, class complex, private, public functions are here. So here the plus symbol is overloaded here between the two complex. So automatically called when this plus symbol is using with the operator overloading. See the plus symbols here. This is operator overloading. And this is overloading plus symbols. See what the output here. So overloaded here. Okay guys, can you do? I'll send you the program through WhatsApp. Can you do it and send me back? Hello?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
How many of them here? Can you turn on your camera for one?
Okay, sir. Wait.
Others? Okay. That's all right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. 10 of 10. Dear all, I'll send you the assignments topic today. I'll give you 1 or 2 topics. You can do it. Okay, straight away I'll give you the assignment. You can basic concept of object-oriented programming. This is your assignment topics. So each and every topic you can explain with the program. Okay, with the program. So each and every program I want for output with the program code with output. Okay, guys. I'll
Okay,
send you
sir.
through WhatsApp also assignment topics and everything. I want for each and every topic you can do the explanation. Then how you have to submit. First page, all of you know how to create the first page. So second page is content. It's each and page number. For example, introduction page number 1, topic 1 page number 2, topic 3 page number 3. I want a content page. Then you have to go for introduction. Then you go for all the subtopics, all the titles, subtopics. Then finally you have to conclude. Then I want reference. Anyway you will be refer, right? Anyhow, if you refer with your books, any books or any websites, if you go for refer with your any websites, you can copy the link and paste it. Okay, guys, copy and paste it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Stay home. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, sir. You too.
Thank you. Hello.